Hello everybody and welcome back to Start Crochet. In today's lesson, we're going to learn the single crochet stitch. And in the previous lessons, we learned how to work a slip knot, how to attach the yarn to our hook, and how to work a chain, which is the foundation of any crochet project that's worked in rows. So let me just show you very quickly again. If this is too fast for you, go back to the previous videos where I go into more detail on how to work these stitches. So for the slip knot, I put my hook aside, I take the tail end of my yarn, I create a loop, I fold that loop over the working yarn, which is attached to the ball, I grab that center strand and I hold the other two strands out here and pull. Put my fingers through and pull. So there's your slip knot. You grab your hook, put it through the slip knot, which is obviously too big right now, and you pull here on the working yarn to adjust the size and make it fit snug around your hook. And then you hold your yarn however you feel comfortable. You just need to make sure that the tension here is nice and straight, not that it's loose like this or too tight. Okay, so find a way you can just hold it like this if you want, and just go like that. I like to wrap it around my pinky finger once and once around my pointer finger, and I like to hold the yarn tail as I'm working. So first we're going to start off with a chain, and if you don't know how to do that, go back to my previous video where I go into detail on how to work a chain. So for now we're going to chain 10. 1, 2, okay, so you're yarning over, which means you're looping the yarn around your hook and pulling it nicely through that loop. So we've got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So for this demonstration, we're going to have 10 chains. All right. And to start a single crochet stitch, normally if you're working in rows, you work this way, and then you chain one up, move to row 2, okay, like this. You chain one to go up, and then you work that way. You work to the left, and then you turn your work, and you continue to the next row. So I'll demonstrate now. So we've got our foundation chain here. Hold your yarn, and we're going to chain one to take us to the next row. So basically what you're doing is, yes, you're chaining just one extra chain, but actually what you're doing is you're going up here to start the next row going left. Okay, so for a single crochet stitch, you skip this first chain, and you find the second chain. And you insert your hook into that top loop of that chain here. So now we have 2 loops on your hook, right? You yarn over, you grab your yarn, pull it through only one of these chains. So now you also have 2 loops on your hook. Grab your yarn again and pull it through both loops on your hook. So now you've completed a single crochet stitch. Let me show you that again for the next one. So you finished this chain, and you know which chain you're on by pulling. You tug a little bit and you know, oh, I've done this one already, so let me go into the next one. This is the next one, the next V. Insert your hook, pull up a loop, yarn over like this. So you've got 2 loops on your hook, yarn over again, and pull through both loops on your hook. Let's do that again. So which one are we going to go into? This next one here. Okay, so you're working next one, next one, next one, like that. And if you can't really see which one you're on, just give it a tiny tug, and you'll see when it pulls, this is the one you just finished. So let's go into the next stitch, which is this one over here. Insert your hook, yarn over, pull through. Now you've got 2 loops on your hook. Make sure they're not too tight so that you can get through. Pull it up a tiny bit, yarn over, and pull through both loops on your hook. Let's do another one. The next one will be here. Insert your hook, yarn over, pull through. You've got 2 loops, yarn over, pull through both loops. Okay, so you can see now that you're going up a row. So this was the foundation chain. You made a turning chain here, and now your project is growing. The crochet fabric that you're working on is growing. And the more rows you work, you'll be going this way, this way, this way, and your project grows as you work the stitches. So let's just go to the end of the row here. Next stitch, single crochet, next one, single crochet, next one, single crochet, and just keep doing that till you reach the last stitch. This would be your last stitch here. So you should have 10 stitches. So this is how you count your stitches. Okay, let's pull this out a little bit so we don't lose that stitch. I'll remove my hook just to show you quickly. So this is how you count these stitches. You see these little V's here? This is a V, V, V. Okay, if you look at it that way, it would be a V. So this is the top of your stitch. So you count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, so you have 10 stitches on this round. Insert your hook again, pull it a little tighter, and to move to the next row, what you want to do is chain 1 to go up to the next row, turn your work like this, and now you're looking at these V's that we just saw. You work into the second one from your hook. Okay, like that. Let me show you that again. So here's the chain 1 you did to go up to this row, and then insert into the next stitch and work your single crochet. All right? And then you'll see there's little holes here, these gaps. It's easy for you to see where to insert your hook. You can pull them apart like this a little bit. Insert your hook into that hole and make sure you're grabbing both these strands, this one and that one. Yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through both loops on your hook. Here's the hole. Make sure you're grabbing both these V's, yarn over, pull through, yarn over again, and pull through both loops on your hook. And just keep going till the end of the row. And it's very important to count your stitches, especially as a beginner, because sometimes it gets a bit confusing which stitch is the very last one of the row. And if you don't work the same number of stitches on each row, your project will either go inwards like this by, the further up you go, or outwards if you're adding stitches. It'll just look a little wonky. So here we're coming to the last stitch. And if you're a beginner, you might miss this one. You might think, oh, I'm not sure if I'm going to work into this one or not. And then you start continuing and you're losing stitches along the sides, and then your project will look inwards like that. So just make sure you go into that last stitch. Okay, sometimes it's a little tight because that's actually the chain 1 that you did to move up to the second to the next row, and work that one. And then make sure you still have 10 stitches. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so we're on the right track here. So just keep going like this for as many rows as you want. You know, this could be a dishcloth in the end. Maybe you make 15 or 20 stitches, make it a little wider. You could use it as a dishcloth. That would be a great first project. And in the next tutorial, I'll show you how to make different stitch, the half double crochet stitch, which is a little taller. And the fabric won't be as dense as this. It'll have the holes in between the stitches will be a little bit larger. And you can use the half double crochet stitch for many projects. The single crochet stitch is very important if you want to start making amigurumi, which is the Japanese word for stuffed toys or stuffed animals. The single crochet stitch is the one that's mostly used for this type of crochet. So I think we'll leave it for here for today, and I'll see you in the next lesson for the half double crochet stitch. Have a good one. Bye.